Hi everyone, it's Rachel from Sweet and Simple Home. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel today. I'm very excited to take you around my home for my spring home decor tour. I'm so excited it's spring. We had a really rough winter as a family, and I'm so excited to welcome a new season, to celebrate so many wonderful new and exciting things this spring. So I hope you grab a cup of tea, maybe a basket of laundry to fold, and can just sit and relax as I take you around my house and show you my home decor for the spring season. Welcome to my home for spring. This is the first time that I've really decorated for spring in this house. We've only lived here about a year and a half, so I've really enjoyed adding more color and some more personalized touches. On my front door, I added this basket and some faux florals with this beautiful yellow, and I added a pillow to our little bench by the front door with the same yellow, so it's really cheerful. In our entryway, I switched out a more wintry print for this really beautiful scalloped pink mirror. This was a gift from my husband, and I will link it down below. It's very affordable. In the living room, we always have our bookcases flanking our frame TV, and I picked out this beautiful Van Gogh painting. I love this painting, and it has all the colors of spring. Our bookcases are pretty much the same, though I did switch out the decor on the top to include some lovely yellow flowers and this sweet little beehive candle and this cute little book here that's propped open by an anchor-shaped bookmark placeholder, and it's highlighting this beautiful little yellow bird. The other bookcase, the top has our globe and some books, my vintage jewelry boxes, and this little floral pick to bring some touches of spring. I shared in my Decorate With Me for Spring video this cute little Egyptian craft that my son made in school. I've displayed it here on this bookshelf as well. My husband's chair is by the window, and although it's spring, it is still chilly here, so I made sure to keep out some throw blankets and layers of pillows. On the couch, I did a similar thing. I got these sort of aqua teal-y colored pillows at Costco, and they were only $12 a piece, and they're really nice. Nice big size, really high quality, and I loved this color. I paired it with these yellow pillows that are often on the couch. I made this blue plaid pillow years ago from some fabric I found at a yard sale. And across I have the same Costco teal pillow, the yellow from Amazon, and then this Cool Kids Read Books, and it's true. Cool kids do read books. Behind the couch in the corner we have my husband's favorite art piece. It's a Rembrandt. And we have our bar cart below. Opposite my husband's chair, next to the other bookcase, I have my chair, and again I've layered some pillows on it, and the one in front is actually incredibly special. I found this hand embroidered piece of cloth. It wasn't a pillow, it was just a piece of cloth at a thrift store, and I sewed it into a pillow, kind of resurrected the fabric, and it is now this absolutely stunning pillow. I have no idea who made this, but I appreciate them so much for all the time they put into this piece. It is now one of my favorite things for spring in my home. One of my favorite things in the living room right now is my coffee table. I looked for months and months on Marketplace for a round coffee table that fit the dimensions I was looking for. Could not find one, and so I bought this one off of Amazon, and I love it. It's so fun to style, and it's lightweight feeling in the room. I really like the way the decor on the table is practical and useful and also really beautiful. I have a large pasta bowl that I got at a yard sale a few years ago for just $5, and in it I've stacked books that we're reading currently and my reading journal. I have this beautiful copy of Sense and Sensibility. I'm reading this right now. My reading journal, and this beautifully illustrated Pride and Prejudice. This is illustrated by one of my favorite bookish artists, posts on Instagram. Her name is Haley DeRoche. You should definitely go check her out if you are a book nerd and you like pretty things. The coasters here are actually wooden books that I picked up at a thrift store, and I painted one of them to better match my decor, but they work so great as coasters and they're so pretty stacked on the coffee table. These tulips that you see here on the table are actually faux tulips. They're from Amazon and I only paid like $10 for them and they look so real. I love how they bring a little bit of that pink, so I will link to these as well. I love how all of these colors work together. It's very calming and inviting. So this green sideboard I often get questions about. It's from Costco and we bought it several years ago now, but it's one of our favorite pieces. It came painted this green, so I didn't paint it this green. Our home is open concept, so as you walk from the living room, you'll go right into the dining space. I shared in my Decorate With Me video how I made this just really simple flower centerpiece with a real live flower. I've been watering it every other day by taking it to the sink and letting it drain out a little bit before I put it back into the tin. One of the big things I did in this space was this wall behind the table was totally blank before, and I moved this set of 3 paintings from by the window in the living room to this space here to fill it. Will this be a long-term solution? No, but I love having something behind the table, and these pictures are Botticelli prints that are from a museum, so we really like having these here for a little bit more of our family's interests on display. To the side of our patio doors, I've hung these 2 plates. These are metal plates. I found these at an antique store years ago for $7 a piece. The image is so springy and summery, and I have these up year round, but I feel like in the spring they really stand out. Underneath the plates, I have this bright yellow, super inviting cart that I use for all the things my kids need for creativity and for homework. In the kitchen, I have just a few little touches on the counters to make this space beautiful and inviting for me to come in and work in every day, but not too much out so that there's lots of space for just daily life. In the corner, I've placed this vintage scale. I found this at Goodwill for $4 last year, and I love styling it for each season. On top of it, I have a sweet little plate with a plant on top of it. Next to the scale, I pulled out my daughter's recipe tin because I just love the floral pattern and the colors of it for the spring. Next to the stove, I keep it super practical. I do have a little quote flip book that my sister gave me and a milk glass. I think it's an ice bucket full of all the things I use to cook. This is not display. These are actually working pieces. On the other side, again, this is a working kitchen. So these are the oils and things that I use to cook with daily. One of my favorite moves for the kitchen is to fill a bowl full of fruit. So right now I have these delicious oranges, and in the corner I have my KitchenAid mixer. I love how in one corner I have a teal piece and on the other corner I have another kind of teal piece. And our bar stools are also sort of a minty teal color. I love this color. It's such a friendly color to me, and I feel like in the spring it pops all the more. So this is a really subtle, small little thing, but to me it just makes me smile. Next to our coffee maker, I pulled out some of these tins of tea that my husband got me. This tea is delicious, but the tins are so cute. All right, now I am going to take you into a space that I have never taken you before. Welcome to our kid space. We haven't really officially named it, though we often refer to it as the loft. We keep our piano in here, our Legos in here, and we have a very bold yellow couch. And what's cool about this couch is that it can fold down into a futon and become a full-sized bed. And we use this when we have company in town. It's kind of a cozy place to sleep. As far as futons go, I actually really love the bold yellow. I know it might not be everyone's cup of tea, but we love it. And it's fun, especially in a kid's space. I will include this in the links down below. Behind the couch, I hung up this adorable banner. This was a project made by my youngest in kindergarten. So as you can see, it has this adorable little drawings on it, and it tells the story of Christ on the inside and his death and resurrection. A wonderful reminder for this spring. The coffee table in this room is actually a little kids eating table that, again, I got off of Amazon. It has 4 chairs that go with it, and I keep the chairs in a storage closet, and then when we have company come over, I can pull this to use as another eating space for littles. My boys like to use it to display Legos. Some of you fellow book nerds may recognize that this is Rivendell. This is an amazing Lego set, and someone gifted this to my children, and they love it. It's so detailed. It's so pretty. I don't mind having this displayed at all because I think it's actually so pretty. And we love Lord of the Rings. It's one of our favorites, favorite books, favorite movies. So we love this. On the opposite wall, I have placed one of our green bookcases. I have 2 of these. The other bookcase is currently in my daughter's room. She needed a bigger bookcase. I'd love to find her a different one so that I can have both the green bookcases back out here, but just haven't yet. So we use this as Lego storage as well as just more book storage. We have some of our tech stuff kind of tucked here and there on this bookshelf as well. The boys display their Legos and we store Legos and like the Lego instruction manuals and all that in here as well. If you're curious where else we store Legos, underneath the yellow couch, I have a bin. The boys can just easily slide it out and it's just packed full of Legos. I have tried the method of keeping sets separate or different colors or shapes in different bins. My boys hate that. They want all their Legos in one giant bin. So I'm not going to fight it. I'm going to do it the way they like to play with it, and that's where we keep our Legos. So yes, we were also gifted the Eye of Sauron set. This one is not as pretty to display, but again, I don't mind it because we are such Lord of the Rings fans. So I don't have much on the walls up here yet, but I have hung up this beautiful wooden chessboard. This was made for me as a child by a family friend. And underneath, we have this wonderful photo from our last spring break trip that we took to the Oregon coast. On the other side of the bookcase, I have 2 of my favorite vintage images of springtime. This picture of the mama robin feeding her babies is from a vintage children's book. Underneath, I have a robin themed sheet music piece that I framed, and I saw robins on my walk yesterday, so it's coming. Spring is coming. Altogether, this is such a fun, colorful place for kids. It's inviting and sweet and useful for our children. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing my spring home decor tour. I'm very grateful for you being here. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new here. We'd love to have you here at the Sweet and Simple Home. I have loads of links from some of the things that I purchased down in the description box. You guys can easily find them. I do hope you'll go check those out. You guys take care, and I will be back with more soon.